All
right, I'm back here with Nathan.
Can't get away from me.
Yeah. All right.
Before I had ropes everywhere.
Yeah.
Now everything's kind of set up. It gives you a better idea of how to run multiple ropes off of one
sure.
unit.
Yeah, nice little setup here.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, one additional thing I wanted to mention was we have accessory kind of ports, you know, positioned on the plate so that you can hook a rope jack up, so you have actually double tensioning ability with the 9/16 line and the half-inch line. So basically,
that is handy.
Anything you want to do.
Yeah,
that was kind of the idea.
Yeah,
tension, release of tension, hold fast.
Yeah. and this is easy. You just you take a little tension and you can release the cam.
Yeah, exactly. Like you would on a porter wrap if you're tensioning a line and then you make your wraps and lock it off on the bullard.
Right.
Yeah. Same concept.
Yeah. Cool.
Right on.
Yeah, that's awesome setup.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, Kevin.
You bet. Take
I'll
care.
stop bothering you.
All right. That's a great concept. All right, I'm here with
Chris Childs.
Chris Childs, and you're operating God's Pit Crew.
Yes, we're a disaster relief organization. We travel around the country and help folks after disasters.
Okay.
Do tree work for free.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you a lifetime tree guy?
For the last 20 years.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much.
And then what started this concept?
So our founder started this in 1999. He just saw a need that people needed help after disaster, so he started doing it and it blew up. He went from one small trailer to now we have over 100 pieces of equipment. And we get in. We came to St. Louis earlier in the year, helped about 100 families for free. We're in Western North Carolina, helped 900 families.
Wow.
So it's all volunteer.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And you 501c3?
Yep, 501c3, all that fun stuff.
Great.
Yeah.
So you got a website?
We do. God'sPitCrew.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people can give to that if they want to?
Yeah, people can give to it. They can sign up and come hang out with us. That's our big reason that we're here. There's a lot of climbers and tree guys that want to help.
Yeah.
And we make it easy. We feed them. We give them lodging. We take care of everything. You just come and serve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Maybe we'll have to do a game of trees.
Come on. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
And you take care.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
Come back and see us.
You bet. All right, here we are at the Game of Trees booth at TCI Expo 25. This is booth 3205. You can see the numbers up at the top. We're right by Milwaukee. Milwaukee sponsors us, and we are giving away a couple of Milwaukee saws at the Dino booth 741D. And so we got a couple of our saws that we use on display here at our booth, so you can see what you have ability to win. And we're going to give away two in the boxes over at the Dino booth, so you'll know you're getting brand new saws, and they are not associated with the recall. This saw is also not on the recall. There's a serial number. If the fourth digit of your serial number is an A, it's on recall. So come on out. You get a free entry for these saws at our booth. And anything you spend here, we've got, of course, the axes. Poe Waterdew, good friend of mine, does a beautiful job on these axes. And this is a Norm Hall retrievable eye sling, and we got a couple of limited editions double ring slings in tribute to Norm Hall. So that we've got those available here today. For every additional $10 you spend here, you get an additional entry for the saws, up to $300. So you can get 31 total entries for the saw. That's a value. Any one of these axes will get you there. We've got the distal climbers, steel climbers. These are what I wear. I swear by them. They're great, comfortable. That's for $299, show special. That's a decent price to get into a set of climbers. We also feature, this is just a display model of our saddle. I've actually worn this one before. And this is what I wear every day. I've got another one that's not in as great a shape as this, but that's an awesome saddle for climbing out of a lift. You know, if you want the same saddle that you wear every day climbing to be the one you wear in the lift, and you can climb right out of the lift and feel comfortable in your own saddle, that's a great one. Of course, we got the t-shirts. It's an awesome t-shirt, you got to admit. And so come on out and sell us out of t-shirts. We got the Become Your Own Banker book available, and Portage and Main boilers. We are also a boiler dealer. You know, it just makes sense. Every tree guy should have an outdoor boiler if you're in an area where you can burn one. Usually in town you can't burn them, but outside, you know, townships and outside of city limits, they're an awesome way to get rid of a lot of your wood. And Portage and Main is one of the most efficient stoves out there. So if you buy one at the show, free freight from Canada. That's the deal, and that's meaningful. So come look us up, booth 3200. We're right by here. MLR Ropes and Gear is right across from us. Cheryl Tree is right down here. Buck is right here. All the big names. Rock Exotica right over here. We've got all the big names. Arbortech, Notch. A lot of great stuff. Main climbing stage over here. A lot of instruction going on right here by where we're at. Sterling Ropes, popular rope company. All Gear, of course, is right by us. Got Petzl over here, Tree Racks. Davey has got a setup here. They're probably going to be doing some rigging demonstrations, I imagine. Yale Cordage right here. Oregon Saws. We're in a good corner. Protoss. Let's take you around. Show you the sites. If you're selling your tree company, Save a Tree, Speakeasy. It is the biggest trade show in the US, I think. I mean, this is just crazy. Everybody here. Clogger pants, yeah. A lot of supply groups here. You've got just a plethora of choices of equipment and gear. TCIA, of course, so you can get some TCIA merch. And they've got some of their books available here you can buy. You know, if you've never participated in all of the training that TCIA has available, there's a lot of it, and you can get it here today. It's right in the back of the booth. And then there's the big stuff. Echo, represented here. BIK. If you're looking at cranes, this is a great company. All the equipment companies here. Vermeer. Of course, we have an AX19. We've been running one of these for 5 years. And we're gonna run it for a while longer. It's paid off now, so it's time to make money with it. A lot of new rigging gear people are setting up here on the bumper of your truck. Just a lot of folks kind of coming up with different concepts of rigging. So some of the electronic wood resistance air spade, we got one of those. Air spade's a great tool for application of various products at the base of the tree, and for root crown excavation and inspection. We know who these are. Steel, new 500i. It's a cool looking bar. New Holland. Choice of equipment is endless. Green Tech. You could clear some land with that. Big grapple, these excavator type grapples. Of course, we got Centerbogan here too. We'll be by there in a little while. Single ops. More bark. Look at this little portable chipper. Going up to the big models. It's BVR 19 on a single axle. That's a nice machine. You know, the thing I like about Moorbark is you can get at it. You blow a hose, you can get at it, get it fixed in the field. It's a beautiful thing. Big old deck. Look at that belt. That's a nice machine. We test drove a version of this last year, and it performed well. And of course, they're a Boxer dealer as well. You know, the little mini skids, you know, all of these articulating loaders, we've got them. The Intrepid, we love our Intrepid. But these little mini skids, they have their place. They're just more versatile, you know, where you can move and on and off.
Good morning, TCI
Easy on,
Expo
easy off.
exhibitors. How are you feeling? Awesome to hear. Hey, just a reminder to stop by the lead retrieval and the app help desk over here at the exhibitors lounge to help get into your account so you can scan some leads today.
Arbortech. We finally sold the truck that we had an Arbortech body on. That Arbortech body lasted 20 years. Good manufacturer. Southco is another one. A lot of the battery companies are here. Everybody's getting into battery operated saws. We love Milwaukee. They're doing some great stuff. Jameson, Northeastern Arborist Supply. There's another lift, track lifts. And Manitou's here. These tree handlers are crazy. We've got a Centerbogan service dealer right in our town. So, sorry Manitou. But in our little town of Partyville, we got a Centerbogan service dealer. So we may have to be looking at Centerbogan. Husqvarna. I'm an orange guy. I got a lot of Huskies. Here's one of my favorite battery saws. You know, the Milwaukee is way tougher than this. You know, if you break things easy, Milwaukee is a great saw. But this saw is great. Clutch driven, so that's great. There's a clutch under here. And chain speed on this, I think, is second to none. You know, their batteries are solid batteries. I get the big 300. And it really performs well. So Husky's got great battery products. Now they're coming out with yeah, that's nice. Nice looking saw. That's getting up there. 20-inch bar, 24-inch bar. What is that? It's a nice size saw for the bucket. Yeah, I'm a Husky guy. They got the big one here. I don't see a oh wait, there's the 3120. We got one of those too. We don't have a 6-foot bar, but we got a 3120 with a 42-inch bar, I think. 572 XP. We got the, yeah, we got a 572 and we got a 592. Yeah. We got them all except the 80 series. We need an 80 series. My Husky dealer near me has a couple of big old ones. Now we got two 395s. We're in no shortage of saws, but he's got an old 390, brand new. That'd be a nice saw. And but try to control my spending. If you have a spending habit, this is a bad place to come. The distributors would disagree. So let's see here. Centibone. Here we go. We're about to get to the big stuff. Avant, Arb Session. They're here in force. Hey there. We got to feature this. Tell us about this.
Hold fast. 2 sizes. The OG we call the original gangster.
Yeah.
And then the XL. So the XL's about 50% larger. This has been out for a year now, and this is brand new to hit the market basically this month.
Okay, good deal.
Very exciting.
So this is about a size down from the GRCS?
Yeah, so this is a Harken 40 winch. The GRCS has a Harken 46.
Yeah, okay.
So it also is dual speed. One way is 20-to-1 mechanical advantage. The other way is 40-to-1 mechanical advantage.
Yeah, so yeah, Harken makes a good product.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And,
yeah.
It's been awesome working with them. I mean, they're great people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. So if you want kind of a bollard, you know, the GRCS has a modular plate that you can switch out the bollard for the winch. Here you got the winch and the bollard on the same system. Pretty easy strap-on status here.
Yeah. All of the weight transfers into the base hole lanyard instead of the
just on the strap.
Yeah, the strap just holds it in place.
Yeah.
All of the weight bearing is in the base hole lanyard.
Sure.
What's pretty cool about this though too, having both the bollard and the winch on there, is it gives you the opportunity to have 2 working lines simultaneously. So for balancing limbs, and that's kind of what I'm setting up right now, is when you're balancing limbs, you can have tension on the tip, and then also have control over the butt end. You cut that butt end and lift, and you're able to manipulate the limb in 360 degree.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So it kind of gives it a lot of versatility.
You know, the GRCS is side specific. You know, it's got a ratchet on here, so you have to come down on the right hand side.
Correct. Yes.
And then the bollard is either or.
Correct. This is a little bit different in the fact that if you are rigging off the winch, which, obviously, the bollard's there, so you can rig off the bollard.
You gotta give the dog a...
Absolutely.
I got a Pyrenees poodle.
Our dog.
Yeah. All right, I'm back here with Nathan.
Can't get away from me.
Yeah. All right.
Before I had ropes everywhere. But
yeah.
Now everything's kind of set up. It gives you a better idea of how to run multiple ropes off of one unit.
Sure. Yeah, nice little setup here.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, one additional thing I wanted to mention was we have accessory kind of ports, positioned on the plate so that you can hook a rope jack up, so you have actually double tensioning ability with the 9/16 line and the half-inch line. So
that
basically,
is handy.
Anything you want to do.
Yeah,
that was kind of the idea.
Yeah,
tension, release of tension, hold fast.
Yeah, and this is easy. You just like you take a little tension and you can release the cam.
Yeah, exactly. Like you would on a porter wrap if you're tensioning a line and then you make your wraps and lock it off on the bullard.
Right.
Yeah. Same concept.
Yeah. Cool.
Right on.
Yeah, that's awesome setup.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, Kevin.
You bet.
I'll
Take
stop
care.
bothering you.
All right. Oh yeah, wood cracker. Yeah, there's some major excavator type equipment, shear, and then of course these grapple saws. There's a harvester bar on there. These are so sturdy. I mean, just get her done. Here's one for an excavator for you know, Centebogen probably has this type of attachment, maybe. But the strength of that thing, just crazy strong. Look at the length of that bar. That's a big one. That's a big one. Talk about a tree shear. Yes, it's Game of Trees. Who do we got here?
Right? I love your videos, man.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm Stefano. Nice to meet you.
Stefano, nice to meet you. Who you representing today?
So I'm actually here. I have an AI business.
Okay.
We have a platform that helps tree guys bill insurance companies.
Oh, okay.
And I actually have a tree company in Northern Virginia too. So,
okay.
I do tons of emergency work, so I learn the ins and outs of it, and you know how the adjusters argue with us and whatnot.
Sure.
Put together this platform, and we're here showcasing it today. So.
Okay. Yeah. Which one are you?
We're right by the entrance, 1303. So
1303.
Right by the front door.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
That's
so.
Cool.
If you got trouble with insurance companies and stuff, I know they're all trying to get us to cut down trees around houses now. You know, that's a whole phenomenon.
The tree line and everything, they'll drop you if you like have any trees over top of your roof, or they tell them to clear cut them to the gutter. It's so
pure,
bad for them.
Pure extortion.
Yeah, it's terrible. But,
well, good meeting you, Stefano.
Nice to meet you.
All right, have a great day. So this is the main floor, but this is the demonstration dome. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm putting on my meet and greet face. I got a lot of people to meet today. All the fake people on the internet, well, turns out they're real. And they're showing up here today, you know, to meet and greet and shake hands. And so it's kind of a mental preparedness to be able to do just that, just meet people, ask about them, you know, get good at asking questions and be involved. So here is the demonstration dome. They get to operate these pieces in here. And there's New Jersey Crane is in here, I think right in the middle, one of the biggest booths with the Centebogen. Here's our Game of Trees booth. We're going to do a live here tomorrow at 11. I like it. The acoustics are okay right here. It's going to be loud in here. It's going to be noisy. I'm going to have to project. But here's our wood piece. That's beauty. Yeah. Game of Trees. We're having fun. And we got our decals on the machine. That came out good. That wasn't the original concept I had, but then the black with the white kind of worked out nicely. 92 RXT, it's up there. It's all the way maxed. So triple boom. So now on our 72, the slowest feature was that telescoping. But now with the triple boom on the telescope, it's actually faster. So that's a neat feature. And we got the game trees on the boom up there as well. And so I'll be presenting here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. This is booth 741D. Right by, you walk in here, take a right. Here we are. Gotta save my voice so I can project, because it's probably gonna be loud in here. This is why I like to do the early morning walk around pre-show. There's not a lot of people here, but you know, you run into occasionally a guy, and you get an interview here and there, and what you get to see everything. All right. Some people are around. Hello. Good. Hans?
I saw you around here yesterday. I didn't get to see you, but I saw you online.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know. Me, likewise.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're ready. You got the largest booth out here, right?
Yeah, so we're doing the first ever Grapple comparison class. We're comparing 3 machine types.
I wish I had some guys here.
Yeah. So like, we really wanted to do this, and like obviously like manufacturers aren't going to work together unless somebody like me pulls them all together.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're really going to be going over just the it's really focused.
You're forcing them into their non-comfort zone.
Yeah. So it's mainly focused on the attachments themselves, of how we grab and cut and manipulate the material.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got our tree stands. We're going to be making cuts. We're going to be going over the differences in maintenance and repairs.
Yeah.
And then just how, from the operator's perspective, how you do make those grabs and picks.
Are you getting a lot of this recorded? No.
I wish. We really like.
I'm going to be tied up today.
Yeah. We got some ideas. I was like, this is what I want to do, and then they execute. But like, we were trying to keep it like. We'll have our video guy here tomorrow actually, so maybe we'll have to do some longer format content.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just like, we want to do this. We want to have our little gear area, but this was the easiest year so far to set up.
Sure.
We were able to fit pretty much all this in that truck.
Wow.
Yeah, so we didn't have to bring the box truck this year. Yeah.
You just had them all sitting on the back.
And we brought the tree stands on there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. So you got one of your trucks here.
Yeah,
and
my
then
truck, and then my Magdy, and then the Senate.
Okay.
Literally, it came from Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're like sold out right now. You can't get Senate bogies in the United States.
Oh wow.
So everybody's like waiting for their orders for next year. This one was one that North America sold to Brazil, and then they bought it back, and then they're like, "Oh, we have a machine. It's actually coming back tomorrow."
Oh.
So they were like, "Well, can you bring it here for us?" Yeah, they brought it straight from the boat.
Awesome.
Right here, it's brand new 718.
Do they have a manufacturer in Brazil?
No, they sell. North America is imports into Brazil.
Okay, yeah. So it was just a machine that they had down there. Yeah,
but it's just cool that it came so far.
To be here. Yeah.
know?
Yeah, my machine, that's my Dino.
I saw. That's really nice.
And that came from Finland a couple of weeks ago.
Have you used it yet?
No.
Oh, so this is that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's going from here to our shop on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's incredible.
Yeah. So I noticed Senebogen has like a telehandler now.
Yeah, I haven't used it. They've had it for a year. They keep telling me that they're going to get one to me to try.
Yeah.
But I haven't used it yet.
Now I see it didn't have outriggers. Is that something that
because it's just a standard telehandler.
Okay.
So it's like a rough terrain crane.
So it's not that.
No, so that's a rotating telehandler, which you don't have to.
Oh, sure, the roto.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give me a quick. You want to practice?
Yeah. Oh, a demonstration.
Yeah, or not a demonstration, but just a.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. So what
talk through this a little bit?
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're gonna have seating over here, so people are gonna be able to come in here and sit.
Okay.
We're gonna be doing a couple of talks throughout the day here. Like I said, just on kind of explaining and unraveling like the different types of the attachments themselves, because you talk to one manufacturer, everybody's gonna say that they're the best, right?
Yeah, right.
And they all are great, but they're really good at certain things.
Yeah.
So they're really not all like competing against each other, but like the type of part of the country you're in, or the type of work that you do, they really will shine in certain applications. There's certain types of like ways that you set up how your business works with tree removals.
So now we have a Senebogen service dealer right in our little town.
Yeah.
Like just by chance.
Yeah.
So what are the applications for a Senebogen like that, a 718?
So Senebogen's really good for doing fast clearing. You can use it for residential work too if you get different style tires on it, because the tires the more aggressive ones can be a little bit more not as delicate on properties.
Yeah.
But it all depends on the area. So like certain parts of the country, like the northeast Maine, Rhode Island, of Vermont areas, like their soils are harder, so like you could drive over somebody's property and there's no marks. But down by us we have to be careful. We put mats down because we have more clay and
that'd be us too.
So same thing with the Magni, because you can see the difference. Like these two both have 4 sets of tires, where this truck has 10 tires on it, so like driving that on different terrains is going to be a little bit different.
And you need a low boy to run these around.
But yeah, you do need a low boy for these, but what's great about these is that they can travel on the road. We put a farm triangle on it, and you're not.
So if you have logistical work in an area,
so logistical work. If you're you're working on this street and a couple streets over, like you can literally go and get them all done in one day.
Yeah.
Pretty fast. This truck's got. Or not this truck, the Magni's got way more reach, but it's not as good on the ground as the Senebogen for managing the debris and processing. But this thing can outreach the Senebogen. And what's great about these two units is that with the fixed head on it, you're able to maintain and establish the control of the piece, so you're not worried about
shock loading.
Not even shock loading, but like breakout. If you have ash trees, you grab a piece. And you could definitely do it. Like we teach you how to do it with the grapple saw truck. But we're taking way smaller pieces. We're accounting for the counterweight in the head, so the piece doesn't want to tip over. Because even just the rotating can have something break out of it. So. So you definitely do. You could be a little bit more delicate with these, but you're going to be a little bit quicker. Like overall, the grapple saw truck itself is more of a Swiss Army knife as far as doing more types of projects for companies that are heavy on tree removal.
So what's the difference between these two grapple heads here?
They're pretty much they're very similar. They definitely have different styles of grapple. Like the pincers themselves. You can see that they're a little bit more narrow compared to the Senebogen. And then with the Magni, the back end, the rotator stuff is a little bit bigger. But they're both very fast. So like for this demonstration, like we put up the pipe and drape because we don't want any sawdust or anything going outside of our zone, right? But we're like, because of how fast they are, we actually are going to be operating at like half speed for cutting speed. Because like if we cut it at full speed, like sauce could be flying like 30 feet.
We'll shower the crowd.
We have a bunch of logs in the back. We'll do a demonstration on the ground. We'll cut them like down, but you see, it slices through. Slices really fast through the logs and pretty much any types of debris. What's really nice about the Senebogen is the way that the grapple attaches to it. It's like a wrist, whereas the Magni has like a leg. So this is where the comparison as far as the operator standpoint, like we got to be careful about going into a tree and getting that caught on a branch above it. But at the same time,
you got that hose there.
You got the hose there. But that's all stuff that you can you could definitely, you know,
it's learning curve.
Learning curve, but like that hose we could probably move and get it in a position or attach it some way so it's not going to get caught. But you have to be considerate of the fact that if you're grabbing the tree here, that you're going to need the clearance above it, so you're not going to be able to get it into as tight of a spot. But the reach on this is incredible.
Yeah.
You know, so you just got to get strategic about how you're breaking down this stuff.
Sure.
You know.
And so in a residential scenario, a Centobogan, is it a lighter machine than this?
They're about the same.
Are they?
Yeah, they're about 45 to 48,000 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and what's nice about the Centobogan is like you can grab and cut stuff and drop it, whereas with the Magni you got to bring it down.
Okay.
The Centobogan also has the knuckle, whereas the Magni is a straight boom, so you can't have any obstructions in front of it. So you can't you can't drop something over a house because the boom has to come all the way down to the ground.
Oh,
you know.
Right.
So they both, like I said, they both have their advantages, pros and cons.
Sure.
Same thing with the knuckle boom, you know, you're gonna have a way quicker setup times on these, you know.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be able to reach most of everything from one setup.
With that. Yeah.
You know, you can see in the picture right there, we were working on the other side of the neighbor's property from the other their driveway.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the only setup for that day. We were able to work around the whole yard from one spot.
Yeah. That's pretty.
You know, but it takes a few minutes to, you know, set your cribbing up, you know.
And in that scenario, you know, Centobogan's not getting to the back.
No, it can. You just got, you know, old school. You got to take the fence down.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, yeah.
That's, I feel like these days people don't like to disturb anything anymore.
Right. Well, it's like our Dino. You know, we got the 81-inch width.
Yeah.
It's like, that's one gate section. You know, it's one fence section,
so
and you're in the back.
That's it. Like if you've been doing tree work long enough, like you know how it was before we had these machines. Like we still got it done,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
This is great, and listen, I won't go back.
Right.
Like this is the way
You've
to go.
seen the inside of the honeycomb.
We did it. You know, we did it with way smaller cranes. We did it. You know, we did it by hand.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to pull a fence section. Sometimes you got to pull a post.
Have you rolled around?
Yeah.
Have you rolled around out of the backyard? Yeah.
So I was saying.
Oh, good.
Some people are like, "Oh, I need the biggest." I'm like, "Yo, if you know what you're doing, you can make it work."
Yeah.
You know?
Well, thanks, Hans.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Will I be seeing you in Costa Rica?
Guatemala. I fly out Sunday.
Yeah.
Like I go home.
No, I'm saying for winter management.
Oh, winter management, Costa Rica. Yeah, I'm so used to people talking about Guatemala.
Yeah.
You going to South America?
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to see us in Costa Rica.
All right,
Lisa and I
cool.
are going to be there.
Awesome.
So, yeah. TCIA has winter management in Costa Rica, so that's the deal.
Yeah, me and Kevin hang out.
Yeah.
Chat, eat a little bit. Talk about life.
Yeah, I try to talk him into keto all the time.
I know. You've got to talk me into it again.
Yeah, I'm like 2.5 years now.
I know. I saw you making that roast or whatever. Like
oh yeah,
I was like, oh, Kevin's,
I've gotten good at brisket.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and bacon. You know, everything I always liked. I get to eat.
Yeah.
Good. All right, Hans. Well, thanks a lot
no problem.
for
Good to
sharing
see
that.
you.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, good. Awesome.
All right, we got Tupin. That was my first lift. Was a spider lift, Tupin. Back before it was really built for tree guys, so that was maybe a mistake on my part. But I learned. And Merlot, Rion Rounds, I think, is going to be around here today. He's got a Merlot. I think he's got the, which one's he got? Not the fit. No, he's got the Roto in the back there. I don't know if that's the biggest one. I have to get over here and see. Is that the 30? 50-35. That's a little bigger than Rion's. There's a Roto 70.24 S plus. So that's a smaller unit. Here's the 35. I think Rion's got a 30. It's a big one. That's a big one. They've got regular telehandlers too. Here's the Magni. So that's got a lot of reach. So New Jersey Crane runs a Magni. So here we got some big grapple trucks. If you're in hurricane country, you know, in Minneapolis, everybody's got these grapple trucks. It must be easy to get rid of debris. In my area, you can't get rid of the debris. So it just doesn't make sense for us to get these. That's why we got the big chippers. Now here's a new concept. These portable cranes. Like you can bring this in the backyard and then you got a crane to work the tree.
Exhibitors within Expo Climb, Expo Saw, and the Demo Dome, please be at your booth
Mechanical
for your safety
advantage.
check.
So yeah,
Exhibitors within Expo Climb,
you know, is this
Expo Saw, and the Demo
in our
Dome,
future?
please be at your booth for your safety check.
You know, you can get in the back and do a crane removal in the backyard. You don't need the 100-ton crane, you just have this. But this is quite a bit of weight on these tracks. But you can get through, looks like they're retractable. So maybe you can get through a, I don't know, 36-inch gate, 40-inch gate, I don't know. Pretty tight. Yeah, so there's a concept. That's the beauty of coming out here. They're probably going to demonstrate this, picking this up, setting it down. Look at that clam. That's great for debris with these closed sides. Grabbing the debris. Here's another lift company. These are all made in Europe. But North America is in the name. But I'm not sure where these guys are made. But track lifts. Of course, you've got the narrow entry, but you've got to manage your lawns with those tracks. And we've got some demonstration saw booths here, so you can, the Greenworks is here. Makita has a demonstration booth. There's all of Makita's tools. They're getting into all of them. Echo's getting into battery too. 2511. Is that 2511? Yeah. 2511. You port that baby out and it is a screamer. But I find myself going to my battery saws still because of the easy on, easy off. And you start in that Echo, yeah, you got to pull the cord. Makes a difference. Here's the steel demonstration booth, and Milwaukee has a demonstration booth. So Milwaukee Fuel, we love our Milwaukee. They have designed some good stuff. This is actually a very good tool. You know, if you do a lot of hedges and stuff, we've got a couple of big condo associations. We've been using that, and we've got this pruner too. This is a beast. You know, that'll inch and a quarter. It'll snap it. Pretty cool. And then the telescoping, and this is telescoping, and I love their big handles. This is awesome. You know, big handle. It's easy to open, easy to telescope, and this thing's a bomb. We love our extension pruner. Yeah, some battery chargers, portables. Oh, the backup roller. I'm trying to get one of these. Yeah. I gotta talk to Hannah. We need one of these backpack blowers. Yeah, they have it going on. Milwaukee's doing it. Here's a double battery. We've got one of these at our booth. We're giving one of these away, and of course we're giving one of the top handles away. I've been challenged to like take down a whole tree with the hatchet over there. I'll have to try that. And do they have the hog drill out here? They don't. They've got these other drills.
Hey, Scott.
But we've got the big hog angle drill, which is awesome for cabling. But yeah, Milwaukee. Got to check them out. Well, I think that makes the tour. We got all the way around the show. And we got Avant has a demonstration booth out here. Ryan's equipment. And oh, there's Intrepid. Intrepid mini loaders. They're starting to get some yellow colors. So we have, this is a KM 180. We've got the 130. I wonder if 180 looks beefy. Chris isn't here yet, but we love our Intrepid. Is this the 130? No, it's a 100. And I've heard people really rave about this. Still doesn't get through the 30-inch gauge. So the 130, in my opinion, the 130 is the unit to get if you're going to get one. You know, this still doesn't get us through a 36-inch gate. So the 130, I think, gives you more lifting capacity for a very similar footprint. And we run duals on the front. Here's the 180, and I think there's a 230. I'll have to double check the numbers, but if I got a bigger one, I might go with the 200 series versus the 180. If I'm gonna go big, might as well go just a little bigger. Go big or go home. Ryan's equipment. They've got some heavy duty stuff. We've got a Ryan grapple for our Bobcat. I don't really like the dangle grapples. You know, it's of this nature. Here, we've got this. And there's just no way to, it's just dangles. There's no way to heel it against itself. Should have a bumper right out here so you can turn it like this and grab stuff. But it's a solid piece of equipment. But and they have a grapple saw with a big, look at that chain. Wow, baby's beefy. So they're getting into the grapple saw. That's a heavy duty. You can grab a big branch with that. Mercy. And this maybe intrigues me. With the stump grinder wheel. That's probably got a pretty wide swing. And it ends up having a blade on there that you can push the chips around with. So, front. Yeah, that could be a good piece of equipment there. The, what's it called? Yeah, Predator. Looks like a good piece of equipment. Sturdy. And here we are back at the Dino booth. So 11 o'clock on Friday, this is where we're gonna be. Game of Trees, we're having fun. I baked him a loaf of bread. I got a bad habit of making sourdough bread. I'm a carnivore, but you know, I have a piece of bread now and again. As long as it's fermented. 92 RXT. Game of Trees, 11 o'clock, Friday. At the Game of Trees booth, 3205 is where you get your entries, and purchases up to $300 can get you 30 additional entries. So you can show up here with 31 entries to win a couple of saws, and they're probably hidden under the table. But Game of Trees, we're having fun.
Playing the game of trees.